You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on California Crisis, also known as California Crisis Gun Salvo. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. So today we're going to be reviewing an 80s obscure anime, the ones that are released only on VHSs, which are only in Japan, that came out on August 27th, 1986, and that is the anime OVA California Crisis Gun Salvo. It's hard to know that what to make of the OVA known as California Crisis. As an American and one currently lives in LA, and that show feels like an alien race simply absorbed as much 80s American pop culture as they could and tried to make a Hollywood blockbuster of their own. It makes a little very sense. It makes a very little sense. Get big things like car design and geography while getting almost everything as laughably wrong. It also looks like an absolutely nothing else ever made before or since. Let's start with a review on California Crisis. Noera is an alcoholic ne'er-do-well living in San Diego. He's hanging out with his old high school buddy's cafe, getting drunk when a strange sound can be heard from far away. The next morning, his hungover drive to LA for a job is interrupted by a cute girl on a motorcycle who snags a metal box for some trucks who angrily run both of them off the road. The girl ends up in Noera's convertible, which somehow fell several hundred feet and landed without a scratch, and the two end up at a diner. Inside the box is a large black ball about the size of a bowling ball. When they put their hands on it, it shows them a scene of Death Valley. The girl, whose name is Marcia, who wants to go there and wants Nora to take her. Why? The American dream, she says, clearly not knowing what that means. After an awkward night in a cheap motel, they took off northward with both the Kremlin and the American Air Force hot on their trail. I'll just come right out and say this. The writing in this show is not so bad. Well, kind of. Like a stereotypical college freshman screenwriting class, bad beyond the metric ton of expository dialogue that leads nowhere, and the things that too leads to making absolutely no sense. In one scene in LA, the two are literally running away from the bad guys and narrowly avoided them by ducking into a nightclub. They immediately stop and have a drink, leading Nora to run into another one of his old buddies, who is actually the guy from the Air Force that's been tailing him. But neither one of them have any idea of that, and the coincidence lead to nothing. The entire scene exists solely so the animators could draw a really freaking awesome Sheila E. concert. Speaking of, yes, the flowing hair and the palm trees and the pop divas. I only moved to LA a few years ago, but I do remember from my 80s upbringing how the city seemed so glamorous and alluring, the way it seemed to spill over with attractive people. Palms and beaches, the reality of the matter was something else entirely, but for the early MTV generation. So whoever only saw the area on television. SoCal was synonymous with the sexy, slightly dangerous, youthful party scene of the music video. It's no wonder that it felt that way to Japan too. But in California, if California Crisis gets anything right about Southern California, it's the car culture from Nora's convertible. I'm not knowledgeable enough about cars to know what this exactly, but it's clearly much fetish-sized vehicle to the boxy blue Dodge Ram vans that the bad guys drive. Every inch of metal is rendered in exquisite meticulously researched detail. Sunbeams and reflections swirl across their shiny finish seductively, as if the animators' mouths were watering while drawing them. And yet, clearly, these animators had never been a car before, or possibly ridden in one. It's a trippy seeing all those 80s these gigantic 80s American cars bounce around weightlessly, running effortlessly over a sandy beach in one moment and popping a wheelie in the next. In one weird moment, the ignition can be heard while the car is already in motion. When his convertible stops running, Nora doesn't get a tow truck or call his insurance company. He simply ditches the car by the side of the interstate. Legal sites aside, anyone who owns a car like that would sooner lay off their own arms before abandoning their baby. The look of the cars may be super realistic, but the character designs and the shading are truly the most memorable things about the OAV, or whatever you want to pronounce it. Opting for posterized outlined look, it feels like much more like an American comic book than an anime. That said, the only other place I can remember seeing artwork like this are on some vintage arcade game cabinets, in keeping with Japanese stereotypes in America. If this would have been picketed by the Anti-Defamation League. There are no minorities anywhere, with the exception of one of the used car dealer, who think I'm supposed to be, depending on which person is. Everyone is blonde-haired and blue-eyed. Race issues aside, the look of how the show is arresting. If a little visually messy, the low resolution of its VHS only release doesn't help. We never really found out what the orb what it does, or why everyone wants it so bad. The ending, actually, it seems anticlimactic. Simply cries out a snarky comment to be made loud. I suppose for this anime, clearly almost no thought was put into the story. Its nonsense characters are when they needed to drive all over Southern California, dodging gunfire, while occasionally listening to awesome 80s pop music, such as Miho Fujiwara's song "Next Move," what you hear in the in California Crisis. To enjoy California Crisis, it can be enjoyed. One must pay as little attention to the story as possible and simply get lost in that feeling of driving down the interstate in a convertible, loud music blaring. Gotta admit, it feels pretty nice. The Japanese anime OVA California Crisis was available on VHS, but it's only in Japan, and it runs about 45 minutes long, because there's no legal release in any country. It's just a fan sub, unless if Discotek Media should release California Crisis on DVD and Blu-ray with English subtitles and the commentary as well, if they ever. I mean, Wikipedia hasn't said anything about California Crisis, but I know the production of California Crisis was made by Tatsunoko Production, which is known for their work such as Alien 9, Amazing Nuts OVA, Amon, Apocalypse of Devilman, Angel Heart, Animutsu Hime, another TV series anime, Antique Bakery anime, Aquarian Evil TV anime series, Arc the Lad TV series anime, Armored Trooper Votum's anime, as well as the in-between animation. They did work on Attack on Titan, Bamboo Blade. Oh, and they're also known for Berserk, The Golden Age Arc 1, Egg of the King on the in-between animation, as well as the production assistance on episode 18 of the Big O anime series, as well as Black Butler and Black Butler 2 on Key Animation, and the in-between animation on episode 4, and the in-between animation on episode 1. They also worked on Blood Plus, Blue Exorcist, Blade of the Immortal, Blast of Tempest, Broken Blade, Kashan anime series, as well as Kashan Robot Hunter, Kashan OVA, as well as Kashan Sins, as well as, because they worked on Key Animation on episode 11 as the in-between animation, original creator photography on episodes 10 to 11, production corporation on episode 11 as well. And they're also known for Speed Racer, Battle of the Planets, or Gotcha Man, Eureka 7 on Key Animation on episode 12 as well. They're also known for their work such as Full Metal Alchemist on the Key Animation on the In-Between animation. And they're also known for Gotcha Man 2000, Gotcha Man Crowds, Gotcha Man OVA, as well as the Gotcha Man anime TV series, not to mention. Oh, they're also known for their work such as other anime, what Tatsunoko Production worked on, such as Star Blazers 2199 and Speed Racer, known for their in the anime. They're also known for their work Speed Racer, as well as photography on Summer Wars, as well as the other works on anime like Super Dimension Fortress Macross Do You Remember Love, Super Dimension Fortress Macross anime TV series, as well as the Super Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross, as well as The Tale of Princess Kaguya on Animation Corporation, as well as Tales of the Earth Sea. Forgot about that. The thing about California Crisis, I really love that anime because it's probably one of the best, because I think the plot summary is very good, and it's about Norea is heading up to work after drinking all night when he meets his friend when he meets Marsha, a young biker heading towards Los Angeles. They abruptly get involved in a car chase, and Marsha ends up retrieving a locked metal box from one of the pursued vehicles within a dark sphere. Many people wanted the orb at any cost, forcing Nora, Era, and Marsha to desperately run away while trying to figure out what exactly is the strange object they are carrying. So that's how I finally looked at this review on Anime News Network. Wikipedia, I don't think Wikipedia hasn't posted it about California Crisis yet, but I did found this review on Anime News Network, because it's probably one of the best 80s obscure anime that I finally get to do a review on this anime for the very first time, because I really enjoyed it. I mean, the music is very 80s, especially the song Next Move by Miho Fujiwara as well. And it's not even released on VHS in the United States of America, but it's released in Japan on VHS, because it's only in Japan. And the anime was made by the anime company called Studio Unicorn, which is known for the work such as Bavistock and Circuit Angel anime. Yeah, is how I acknowledged it. Oh yeah, because Studio Unicorn was known for the work such as California Crisis, and this runs about 45 minutes for this anime. So that's going to be it for my anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. You guys, thanks for watching, but before we go, here's my quick thoughts. I did watch California Crisis. I really enjoyed this anime so far because it's the best OVA. Hope subscribe for content at Anime Planet, link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up on this video by clicking the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel as well. Be sure to click on my notifications bell button, check out my other videos as well, because this is my brand new anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, share in your social media pages on Facebook and Twitter. Be sure to click this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel. Be sure to click on my notifications bell button. Check out my other videos that I have uploaded as well. More recently, how I remember this. And that's all I have to say for this anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. So keep it otaku for this anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo, because this is my brand new anime review on California Crisis. This is RuRoniK95 saying thank you for watching my anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoyed my anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. Hope to see you soon for the next anime review, and have a great day, because I finally get to do an anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo. This is RuRoniK95 signing off, and thank you for watching my anime review on California Crisis Gun Salvo.